South London Mission's been in Bermondsey, based in Bermondsey since the late 19th century. It was set up as a response to some of the most impoverished areas of London. So it's got places of extreme wealth and places of extreme poverty. And here at the Mission in Bermondsey, we're slap bang in the middle of that. We recognised immediately that we have a number of local primary schools with higher than the national average pupil premium. That means there's higher than the national average of disadvantaged children. And we also recognise there are children who may not have a financial poverty, but may have time poverty. So they may have really caring, wonderful parents who work very hard and don't have the time or capacity to spend time with them as a family. Brightbox is a meal kit that contains all the ingredients and notes you need to prepare a healthy meal for a family of up to 5. Brightbox is something the whole family can get involved in, which is a really important factor. We want families to work together, to spend time together and enjoy quality time together as well as a quality meal. And that's one of the brilliant things about Brightbox. It brings all those factors together.
It was overwhelmingly such a positive experience in so many different ways. So one, just thinking about food poverty. So even with young children, that was the case. Parents being able to make the food with their children, that was very positive. And the feedback from the children themselves, trying new dishes, being able to have a healthy meal, understand it was a healthy meal, and they're just really over the moon.
The Brightbox week starts early on in the week, on a Monday or Tuesday, when we receive the recipe that we're going to cook for the week and begin to source the ingredients. We begin making up the boxes on a Thursday morning, where we start to decant and portion all the ingredients. The meal kits are delivered to a whole year group across 5 different schools to break down the stigma of only particular families or particular children receiving food handouts.
It's the last one, Winnie.
Oh, okay, nice.
We got involved in the project here because we're a local butchers. This is our local church, it's a local community. With COVID and Brexit, I knew that a lot of families were starting to find it hard. So when this project came up, I wanted to get involved in it.
It's really easy helping all the schools out and all the families which they distributed to.
It felt crass and ignorant to ignore the community in which we were in. I spoke to people about this initiative. It seemed the perfect way to marry our values, what's needed in a community, and something we can actually do. It was affirmative action and hopefully transformative, and they've done a fantastic job. In the first 12 weeks, reached 200 or 300 families, loads of kids. Feedback was fantastic. Yeah, we're just thoroughly proud to be involved in it.
One of the great things about the project is seeing the look of happiness on the children's faces when they receive their Brightbox and open it up to see new ingredients that they've never seen before. The excitement and joy that comes through their faces when they see that is really, really rewarding. One school in Peckham told us how parents are dancing at the end of the day when they know their Brightbox is coming, and that's really, really rewarding to know that it's not a burden but actually a help for so many families. We want to represent a community where everyone is invested in the common goals and the common good and not defined by all the things that make us different.
And you know, this is at the heart of what it is to be a Christian. This is at the heart of the gospel. It's about how we live together in our communities. And at the heart of Methodism, in our DNA, part of our birth story, is this passion for people who are experiencing poverty. So in the God for All strategy, there is some money for the districts and the circuits to fund some imaginative projects, but actually we want to see every church, every circuit responding to God's love by caring for people who are really struggling.
It's a fundamental underlying principle of the mission that we don't just do projects, but we actually bring about positive change within our community and society. And we see that as one of the fundamental callings of a Methodist and of our being here in this community.